Greetings, Ambitchious. Today I'm going to talk to you all about A28P. That's what we call it in the bitchterhood. But to you guys, you know it as the Ambitchious 28-day protocol. I have had so much success with this incredible protocol. It has literally changed thousands of women's lives all across the globe. And I am so excited to bring you the next level of A28P to see if you actually have what it takes to take the next 28 days of your life and literally heal yourself in every way, shape and form. So I'm going to just go through my notes here, and I am just going to be real and raw and honest with each and every one of you to see if this is actually a good fit for both of us. You guys know that I am a psychopath when it comes to protecting the energy of the bitchterhood and Ambitchious. And I want to make sure that I enjoy working with you just as much as you would enjoy working with me. So if you have any questions, feel free to email me at hello@kbmfc.com. But I am going to literally tear this whole entire program apart so that you can actually hear what it's all about and make the decision for yourself if you think that this is something that you actually can do. So first and foremost, for anybody that really doesn't know, I'm Katie motherfucking Boyd. I'm a world-renowned healer, podcaster, lifestyle coach, transformation coach. I've been in the health and wellness industry for over 25 years. A really, really long time ago, it feels about 10 lifetimes ago, I was the official coach for Miss Universe, Miss USA, and Miss America. And what I did for a living is I actually made people hot. I made people hot for a living. That's what I did. I would get them ripped and shredded for their competitions. And I did that for, over 20 years. And one day I woke up and I said to myself, this is not working for me anymore, because these women who I was coaching, and not all of them, but a great deal of them, were so fixated on their outside. They were so obsessed with what they looked like on the three-dimensional physical realm, and they weren't interested at all in going in and going deep and healing the things inside of them that were actually holding them back from their ultimate greatness and what I call living an ambitious life. So when I created A28P over 2 years ago, my main goal of A28P was really to take everything that I talk about in Ambitchious, the 6 Life Makers, and put you on a crash course. That's right, a crash course for 28 days to show you that you have it within you to do difficult things. And one of the first things that I talk about so much with my women in the bitchterhood and Ambitchious is this one phrase, and I'm going to tell you what it is. And I want you to repeat it after me. My word is law, and my self-worth depends on it. Let's say it again. My word is law, and my self-worth depends on it. Why do I have each and every woman that I work with say this and take this as their solemn vow and oath? Because for most of us, including myself, our whole lives we have been chipping away at our self-worth. We lie to ourselves. We say we're going to do something and we don't do it. We make distinct decisions and rules for ourselves, and we do it for 2 days, and then we say, I had a bad day today, so I'm just going to eat a bunch of shit, or I'm really tired today, or I have my period, so I'm not going to work out, or, I just don't feel like meditating today. It's just not the vibe. And so many people in this world, they want this 2% life, but they're living like the 98%. They desire to live life ambitiously, but they're so afraid of doing the hard things. And that is what A28P is all about. It's rebuilding that self-worth muscle that you've had atrophied for as long as you've been, awake and aware and alive on this three-dimensional earth plane. So this is a difficult 28 days. I am not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. the problem is with this world is everyone's just blowing smoke up everyone's asses, and then we wonder why the whole fucking world is just a bunch of mediocre motherfuckers. And this is the problem. No one wants to do hard things. No one wants to go to the next level. They say that they do. They talk a good game, but at the end of the day, they just bow out. And after years and years and years of saying that you're going to do something for yourself and not doing it, your self-worth just becomes like, gone. And then you live the rest of your life as a basic, mediocre, average person. So I'm going to walk you through what we actually do, and I am not going to bullshit. I'm not going to lie, and I am just going to expose my whole entire program to you so that like this is no freaking joke. And I just want to say this before I start going into this. This is not a weight loss protocol. The byproduct of what we're doing creates so much momentum inside of your physical body that the byproduct is if you have to release weight, you will release weight. And most of the weight release that you experience has nothing to do with like, oh, I worked out and I killed myself and I, whatever, and I ate like a bodybuilder for a month. No. The byproduct of the weight release is actually that you get rid of all the inflammation in your body because you're doing all the things that takes away inflammation. And we're going to get into that in a second. So everyone comes to me and they're like, they see these transformation photos and these people's faces and their bodies. And I have women that have lost between 25 and 40 pounds in 28 days. Yes, I said it. I said what I said. Come at me. Okay, because I have all the testimonials, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of testimonials, and I have real life people that are still my clients to this day that will tell you that they have released between 25 and 40 pounds, okay? So don't think that it is not possible. It is possible. But you're going to gain so much more than just releasing weight and feeling good physically. The real transformations happen within your spiritual and energetic realms. You start to really give yourself time and dedicate real time to self-care and boundaries and cleaning up your relationships and adopting spiritual practices and everything else that I talk about in Ambitchious. Because here's the deal. So many people come to me because I'm a business coach and they say like, I want to be a millionaire. And I'm like, okay, well, you're fat and you have no spiritual practices and you have no boundaries and your relationships suck, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you desire to be wealthy and abundant, you have to first conquer the 5 out of the 6 life makers. Okay. So first is spiritual practices. Second is boundaries and emotions. Third is health and wellness. And then we get into relationships, number 4. And number 5 is your environment, like where you're living and what your home is like. And is it a sanctuary? Is it your safe place? Or are you living in an episode of Hoarders in a fucking pigsty? And then you wonder why you're a broke hoe. So the A28P addresses the first 5 out of the 6 life makers. And then once you've conquered all of those things and you made your ambitchuals into habituals, then you can be a rich bitch. But until then, you'll make money and you'll have a good life. But I'm telling you right now, there is a direct correlation with having all of those things that I just said be in perfect harmony, and then you create the wealth. Okay? So this protocol is all about time-restricted eating, which also is known as intermittent and extended fasting. I have had decades of this kind of practice. I know exactly the safe way to do this, and to do this not for weight loss, but to clean out your system, to give your body a break and give your body a reset and heal your insides. So that's number 1. Everything that we're eating is therapeutic. What does that mean? It's going to be food that does not create inflammation. Okay, so grass-fed proteins, wild-caught fish, beef, pork, eggs, and things like that. Obviously, if you have food allergies, you know your food allergies. I'm not going to hold a gun to your head if you're allergic to eggs and say you better eat the eggs, bitch. you have to be, discerning and say, okay, I'm just not going to eat eggs on my protocol, or I'm allergic to shellfish. I'm not going to eat shellfish on my protocol, right? And then certain green vegetables that are low in lectins that do not create inflammation, and no nightshade vegetables like peppers and potatoes and eggplant and tomatoes all cause severe lectin response, which causes inflammation. And then really healthy fats. So there's no nut stuff on here. Like, you're not going to be eating sesame seeds and canola oil and all this stuff. That shit causes inflammation. You're going to stick to avocado oils and coconut oils and grass-fed butter and ghee and olive oil and things like that. Okay. So very simple meal plan. We're not fancy schmancy. It's like you're going to eat, 10 to 12 ounces of protein of your choice, 2 cups of greens of your choice, and then 2 tablespoons of fat, and that is it, okay? We're not going to be making all these fancy recipes and eating fake sugar and all this shit that, the diet health culture that's out there that's toxic has told us it's okay to do. No, it is not. Our bodies don't know how to process this shit, okay? And last but not least, the most important part of A28P is the spiritual aspects, okay? And I'm going to get into that in a second. So, what is A28P all about? What are the rules? Okay, so we have 10 rules in A28P, and I'm just going to go through them. Again, I'm going to be super transparent. People will say to me, Katie, I can't believe you told all your secrets. There's no secrets. This is not fucking rocket science. Because really, A28P, the most important thing about A28P is the community of other women and the buddy system and the other women all experiencing this together, and that cheerleading, amazing support system that we've created in A28P and in the bitchhood of Ambitchious, okay? So here are the rules. So for 28 days starting at the first part of the month, this is the deal. No alcohol. Sorry. That's number 1 rule. The next one is creating your ambituals. Okay, in A28P, what's so awesome is some of the ambituals that I created for you are as follows. So number 1, you're going to have a list of ambituals that you're going to do every morning before you even begin your day. Okay, so if you're the type of person that's like rolling over in the morning, sleeping with your phone in the bedroom, and you're just like, you get up and you start scrolling, this is probably for you, because that is not healthy and you're setting yourself up for failure if you're living like that. The first hour of all of my Ambitchious lives are dedicated to their ambituals. We're going to get into the ambituals in A28P, but it does have to do with what we call the bitch list, which is going to be one of the most incredible game changers in your life, okay? So it's the top 5 things that you would like to achieve that day. And then at the end of the day, when you have achieved all those things and you scratch all 5 of those things off of your list, and you can put a big B for bitch for that day, and you look at your planner or you look at your phone at the end of the month and you say, oh my God, I had all these wins. Look at all the wins that I had in these 28 days because I said I was going to do something and I did it. And that is what the self-worth, remember when I said my word is law and my self-worth depends on it? If you are not getting up every day and showing yourself that you can do tough things, then you're going to live a mediocre motherfucking life. And you can't blame everybody for your victimhood and your average bullshit life. God did not put you here to have an average life. God put you here to have an ambitious life. And you are not setting yourself up for success. So the first thing is your bitch list, your ambituals. I teach you how to bless yourself in the morning, to set your intentions, to Palo Santo yourself, to clear your energies. I have you call in your power posse. We do the ambitious abundance affirmation. I teach you how to do all this stuff. These are the things that have gotten me to have a 1% life. These are the things, okay, more than work, more than anything like that, that has gained me a multi-7-figure life where I have time freedom and financial freedom, and I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And that, my friend, is being in total control of herself, okay? So that's the first thing that we do. Then I have every week of those 4 weeks, I send you another different guided meditation. And each one of those guided meditations are going to coincide with this incredible shadow work journaling that you're going to do every day as part of your ambituals. So every week you get a new guided meditation done by me. And that guided meditation, whatever we're working on that week, has to do with your shadow work. What is shadow work? Go and listen to my Ambitchious podcast all about what shadow work is. It has saved my life, and it has saved the lives of so many ambitious women all around the globe. I'm not going to get in too deep with that, but I'm telling you right now, you do shadow work and you hold the mirror up to yourself and you really get serious and you stop lying to yourself about why your life is the way it is. And you start realizing like so many things have happened to you in your past lives or in your life as a child and a young adult that has now spilled over into your adult life and is holding you back from being the ambitious woman that you desire to be. And that's what the guided meditations and the shadow work every day will do. Every day, we're also going to be doing breath work. Every week, we're going to have a new breath work that we're going to be doing. Breath work has helped me go to higher dimensions of reality. It helps me tap into my divine source energy. Anyone who's ever taken on breath work as part of their everyday rituals, it's changed their lives and it gets you deeper into your meditations, which is so amazing. Then every night, we're going to have our nighttime rituals, right? So every week, you're going to get a new sound healing and new nighttime rituals that are going to coincide with what we're doing in our sound healing. So if you guys have ever watched my sound healing, you know it's like one of the most things I'm proud of. It also helps shape me energetically and spiritually. And it's taking me to higher realms of just reality. So every week you'll get a brand new sound healing that will literally knock your socks off. And that's what you're going to listen to right before you go to bed. So you're not going to lay in bed and scroll on Instagram all day. You're going to have your nighttime rituals that are going to set you up for an amazing sleep and a sound sleep and a restorative sleep and a place, because, sleep is just as important as waking time. Everyone thinks, oh, sleep. I'll sleep when I'm dead. Sleeping is what totally makes your body go back into alignment. People don't realize how important sleep is, okay? So, working out on this program, there is no working out. All I want from you to really do is I want you to walk for 1 hour a day, okay? No running, no Stairmaster, no Zumba, no nothing. Just walking for 1 hour a day. Extra kudos if you can walk for like 30 minutes in the morning when the sun is coming up and 30 minutes at night when the sun is starting to go down, because it resets your hormones and it resets your circadian rhythm. So if you have any hormonal issues, thyroid problems, PCOS, period issues, infertility, any of these types of things, this is going to help immensely. Just the whole program is going to help immensely. But the doing things within the sun is going back to how our ancestors lived, right? So there's no working out, okay? It's just 1 hour of walking a day. Now, as a bonus within the program, I have amazing, tons of them, pre-recorded workouts, both yoga and what we like to call primal movement. So it's using your own body weight. I am giving those to you as an extra little gift. And I always tell people, if you want to work out, you're going to work out on the days that you are eating and you're refeeding. Okay, and we're going to get to that in a second. But again, so no drinking alcohol. This is all about spirituality as your number 2 thing, right? So you're going to be doing all the spiritual stuff. You're going to be doing the meditation. You're going to be doing the shadow work. You're going to be doing the breath work. You're going to be doing your sound healing, right? You're going to be doing your ambitchious, all the things that I talked about. And then number 3 rule is getting 1 hour of walking in a day. And then anything else you do is just extra added icing on the cake. And like I said, you get these amazing videos as a bonus. Number 4, you're going to take supplements every day. It's not a crazy amount of supplements. People are like, oh my God, I have to take all these supplements. No, it's only a handful of supplements, and they all have to do with repairing the body, repairing the gut. Okay, a lot of people, they walk around every day with leaky gut syndrome. They don't even know why. They have autoimmune disease. They always have indigestion and GERD and heartburn, and they're not shitting straight. And, there's a plethora of issues when your gut is not healed. Okay. The next thing is, this is going to be hard, and a lot of people get scared from this, but I'm telling you right now, when you see where you started and how far you've come, it is so freaking motivational and you feel like a goddamn rock star. And that is, the fifth rule is every week on my app, it's totally private. So the only other women that can see your pictures and know what you're doing are the other women that are in A28P that month, okay? You're going to take your measurements and your transformation photos every week. And I explain it to you how I exactly want these pictures and these measurements taken every week. And then we post them. And then we post how much we've released for weight and our inches and how we're feeling. And we post pictures of our faces. Have you guys seen these transformation photos? These women literally are aging in reverse. The life is coming back in their eyes. The freaking soul is re-entering their body. Like, look at these transformation photos. They will blow your socks off. So don't be a fucking pussy and be like, I don't want anyone to see me in in booty shorts and a sports bra. Shut the fuck up. This is exactly why you're in the shit that you're in, because you're being a pussy. Okay. And you're not being brave and you're making excuses and they're stupid and dumb and no one cares. Okay. So the fifth rule of A28P is you're going to take your measurements and photos once a week, and we're going to put them in the private part of my Ambitchious app in A28P. The next one, we're going to follow, like I said before, a therapeutic meal plan. I'm not going to go into it again, but as you know, therapeutic does not mean like I'm keto or I'm this thing or I'm paleo. It's just therapeutic food. Okay. This is probably not the best thing for vegans. Okay, or vegetarians. So I'm just going to throw that out there. This is probably not for you if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, because a lot of vegans eat a lot of soy, and soy is extremely inflammatory. Okay, so if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, I'm not like, oh yeah, you can have a bunch of tempeh and a bunch of tofu and a bunch of edamame and all this crap. No. So you're probably, if you don't eat meat or fish or chicken or like shellfish and things like that, or pork, it's probably not for you. I'm just throwing it out there. Number 7 is you're not going to listen to the ding-dongs and the naysayers and the judgmental fuck faces, because as soon as you start telling people, I'm doing this protocol for 28 days where I can't drink and I have to eat this way and I'm fasting and I'm showing my fucking tits and ass on, an app to all these random women from all across the globe that I don't even know, they're going to be like, why the fuck are you doing that? You want to know why they're saying that to you? Because they're fucking losers. And they don't want you to level up. They don't want you to live an ambitious life. And I'm not talking shit about them. I'm not talking shit about them. But you have to understand that people want you the way that they have always had you, because it's comfortable to them and that makes them feel safe. But you know what? Nothing good comes from a comfort zone. And I'm telling you, after you get through this 28 days, you ain't going to probably want to hang out with that person anymore that's saying that you shouldn't be doing that. So that's the 7th rule. The 8th rule is we're going to have one digital detox a week. What does that mean? That's a whole day that you choose that you don't use the phone, you don't use the app, you don't use social media, you don't check your emails, and you don't watch television. So it's like you're resetting your brain from all of this overload. Because part of the reasons why we're so depressed and anxious and we have all these like different like little like weird idiosyncratic things that happen to us is because we're so fucking overstimulated. You guys remember back in the Dizzle when we just were like, we'd take our bikes and we'd go in the woods with like a snack pack and we'd not come home all day. We weren't on our phones. We weren't on iPads. We weren't watching television all the time, Our brains were pure. Our brains were working correctly. Our synapses were firing correctly. And we don't have that anymore. And it's so important for us as women to take that time for ourselves. And those are really great days to have self-care days. We're going to have facial days. And I'm going to lead you through some skincare routines during our 28-day program over on my app. And those could be a great day where, you just put on a couple face masks and you do some exfoliation and you wash your booty hole and maybe you scrub the corn niblets off your toes and get a pedicure or something, that's important to take that time for yourself. So that's the 8th rule. The 9th rule is you're going to drink a gallon of water a day. It doesn't matter if you're fasting or you're eating. It does not matter. A gallon of water, because we are going to hyperhydrate and we're going to clean out your system. Water, it's so important that you're drinking real healthy water, not water from, the tap or, your city water. It's full of fluoride, which, creates a slew of problems in your brain. I'm talking about the best water. We talk a lot about that in A28P. I'm not going to get too much into that. And we also drink a special concoction. We like to call it jizz juice. I know. Don't ask me. I'm not telling you why we call it that, but it's going to be an electrolyte drink that we drink that keeps our bodies hydrated and keeps our electrolytes in balance on the days we're doing some intermittent and extended fasts, okay? And the last thing is no cheat meals, okay? You're not a dog. You don't reward yourself for good behavior because you're like, I did something good. Now I just deserve all this great food, cakes and pies. Yeah, well, that's what got us all into the fucking problems that we've been in, okay? So no freaking cheat meals. Okay, on this protocol, we're going to be doing what we call OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. We're going to be doing 48-hour fast, and we're going to be doing 72-hour fast. There's only one 72-hour fast. There's a couple 48-hour fasts, and most of the other days we're going to be eating OMAD. Okay, so that means 1 meal a day. This is not just for, again, your physical body. When you fast, what it does to your DNA, what it does for longevity, what it does for your cells, how it repairs every part of your body. If you have any illness, sickness, disease, I don't care what the fuck it is, there have been thousands of studies. Okay, so we're going to get really deep into the science. I'm going to be educating you every day. Every day you're going to get an email from me that's going to be an education, and I'm going to be talking to you about all these different things, and then we're going to keep the conversation going on the Ambitchious app. But I'm telling you right now, if you have never experienced any type of fast in your life, you are going to feel like freaking, I don't even know, like you're walking on water. So many people who have come to me over the years are so afraid of fasting, like they're petrified of fasting. Like they're like, I can't do this. They do it and they're like, thank you for making me do that because I feel like the baddest ass bitch on the planet. And that is why I created this program, because at the end of those 20 days, I want you to have so much self-worth, so much confidence, and so much self-esteem that you're like, I can do anything. I can do anything. And that is why I created this program. There are so many benefits to fasting. Like, it's insane, okay? So I just want to read a couple on my list here of benefits of fasting. So obviously it aids in the releasement of weight, okay? So if you have any inflammation, any extra weight on your body, it's going to help you with that. It improves insulin sensitivity and triglyceride issues, okay? Also high blood pressure. I'm not a doctor. I only play one on television, but I've been around for a really long time and I've done extensive studies with this, and I'm telling you right now, it's a true thing. It improves your sleep. It obviously, like I said before, promotes longevity. It relates your hunger hormone. So every day, if you're getting up and you're like starving and then every 3 hours you're like hangry, you have a problem with your metabolism. Okay? You do. And anyone that's like, you have to eat every 3 hours, like, no, you don't. We did not evolve our species that way. I used to subscribe to that years and years ago when I was, training people for bodybuilding competitions and fitness competitions and Miss USA and Miss America and Miss Universe. But the science is so staunch, it's so strict, okay, that you cannot fight with me on this. It proves eating patterns. So if you have ever had disordered eating or food obsessions, it's going to fix all of that. It really does. Like, I've had disordered eating in the past, and it reset my brain in ways that I never thought possible. It improves your brain function, because when you're fasting, your synapses and your neurons, everything is firing together and rewiring together. I'm telling you, I do my best work. I wrote my whole entire book, Ambitchious, when I was fasting. Okay? Your brain just works so much better. It improves your immune system. Okay? It fights inflammation, like I've said, like literally a million times. It contributes to self-enlightenment. What does that mean? At the end of these 28 days, you're going to energetically and spiritually feel like a totally different person. Okay? Like a totally different person, like in every way, shape, and form. You're going to feel so connected to source, so connected to the divine. It's going to be absolutely incredible. If you have skin issues, it will clear up all your skin issues. It will prevent acne. It promotes autophagy. I'm not going to get too involved in this today because this is like a whole scientific thing, but I am going to educate you about this in A28P. But it's a recycling of old, dead, dying, and compromised cells. Like so, I'm just going to leave it there. Use your own imagination. Lowers your blood pressure. It lowers your risk of chronic diseases. You feel strong and powerful, and it really honestly lowers your risk of giving a shit, okay? Like I said, we're going to be doing a lot of meditation. We're going to be doing a lot of breathing exercises. We're going to be implementing a ton of self-care. You're going to have a grocery list that's super simple. You're going to have your fasting and feasting meal guide. You're going to have a habit tracker. You're going to have examples of all the different meals that you're supposed to be eating. You're going to have a fasting and feeding calendar. You're going to get all your supplement lists, everything that you need to purchase, like for food and supplements and things like that, and like miscellaneous things. You're also going to be getting all those videos I told you about. So all of the meditations, all the breath works, all the sound healings, and every day you're going to get a video and an email from yours truly that is going to be motivational and educational and is going to like get you ready to rock. You're going to have a measurement chart where you're going to keep track every week of what's happening with your actual body. And then you're going to have 28 days of journal prompts that have to do with shadow work. Okay. And we're also going to be doing one call. So one group call during the month. And that is going to be released in an email, but it usually happens the third Wednesday of every month. It just depends on what month we're in, that I might move it because of holidays and different things like that, but we won't get too much into that. But we are doing one group call. You're also going to have buddies, which is so exciting. And the buddies is not going to just be you and another person. It's going to be little tiny pods of buddies just in case people fall off, because people are losers and they do. And when we did A28P years ago, I always would take two people and put them together as buddies. And then one of them would fall off, and the other one would feel shitty, and then they would both fall off. So now we're going to have these little buddy pods. And every day you're going to check in with your buddies. And it's going to be so freaking amazing. And you're going to be around other like-minded individuals. And that is so freaking important. Okay. Then on top of the buddies, you're going to have a chat group that you can ask me or other girls in that group all kinds of different questions, okay? You will get our actual check-in times when you can be checking in with me personally. But mostly we keep it so that's on this part of the app where we can all kind of be in that conversation together, because, you know, if you have a question about something, probably 5 or 6 other people have that same exact question, right? And this is A28P. I mean, we have all the videos, all of the spiritual stuff, all the self-worth stuff. I mean, literally, I don't know what else to say to you. If you aren't doing this, you're absolutely crazy. But here's the deal. If everything I just said sounds so amazing to you and you still don't do it, you have to shut the fuck up. You can't keep talking about the same shit on how you're going to do this and how you're going to do that and who you're going to be and that you need to change all these things, because I'm literally handing you on a silver platter everything that you need to be ambitious and to have the life of a 1%er. Okay? Like I always say, if 98% of the world's going over here, you go the opposite way. And only probably 1 to 2% are going the opposite way. And those are the people who are living their best lives, whatever that means to them. Okay? So I said it all. I probably missed some things, but whoop-diddy-fucking-doo-dah, I'm a human. If I have any addendums to this, I'll put it in an email. But in the meantime, sign up. It's not hard to sign up. It's one click of a button. You purchase your program and we all move on with our lives. But if you don't sign up, and everything I said to you in this past, however many minutes I've been rambling, if you aren't going to do it, you have to shut the fuck up, okay? Because I'm only interested in hearing you say something once. After that, I'm not interested in hearing it anymore. So if you're ready to step into all of your power and live the rest of your life ambitiously, then it's time to purchase your spot in A28P. In the meantime, don't forget to stay ambitious.